That's the good stuff.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Goodwill Podcasting with Conor and Dan. And this week, we're diving into Toy Story 5. Now, we always bring on a very special guest. This week, you all know him. You all love him. Dan and I miss him. We brought back Stone for this episode.
Long
Stone,
time.
how you doing?
Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for having me back when you texted me about joining you guys for this conversation. It really meant a lot, not only because I missed the two of you, but also because I feel like this is like the one thing I love to talk about, which is just like animated films, but specifically Pixar. I have a lot of thoughts when it comes to this movie. I watched all four, rewatched all four in preparation for this movie. I mean, Dan, before we jumped on, had a question about certain characters, and I was like, he said, "Did that happen beforehand?" I was like, "Yes, sir, it did." So I'm fully researched. I'm ready.
Are you wearing a Pixar hat?
I did. Look, I did dress. Yes, sir, I did. I'm dressed for the part. So I'm ready. I'm ready.
How do you feel about Toy Story 4, Stone?
Ooh, that is
pretty divisive in general.
Yes. It's interesting that you say that because I actually watched it. Like I said, I rewatched it for this movie, but I watched it with my wife this past week, and it was her first time watching it.
Okay.
She had never seen it before, and after she watched it, she was like, "Eh." So I didn't try to influence her anyway. She didn't enjoy it. Visually, it's stunning. I don't know why they switched from their visual style in 3 to 4, and I don't know why they switched from 4 back to 5. But the way they shoot that film is like gorgeous. It's an incredible looking animated movie. One of the best I've ever seen, to be honest. My biggest flaw with it is Buzz. The character assassination. I don't know if it's called character assassination, but it's what they do with him is truly stupid. He doesn't know the phrase inner voice, and goes to Woody. He's like, "What does inner voice mean?" He's like, "You know, what you tell yourself inside to make yourself do something." And Buzz is like, "Huh." And then the toys. I mean, you guys probably know this, but the toys are asking him questions on what to do, and he's like, "Maybe I should listen to my inner voice." And he pushes his buttons. And they say things to him like, "Hey, we need to go on a mission." And he's like, "Guys, I think I need to go on a mission." It's the dumbest. It is he's just a moron. And I've never looked at Buzz throughout 1, 2, and 3. And I'm like, that guy's stupid. Maybe the first one because he didn't know he was a toy. But
I feel like Buzz is pretty dumb, but I don't know.
he successfully rescued Woody in the second movie. Guy's got a plan. He's got a mission. He knows what to do. He doesn't need buttons.
I think that the dynamic between Buzz and Woody and Buzz is kind of like Squidward and like Patrick, or Squidward and SpongeBob. Like I feel like Woody is always at least seems more intelligent than Buzz. Maybe it's just the contrast.
My favorite thing on the rewatches is Woody, even though he's the main character and everyone likes him, he's like sassy and rude as hell a lot. And I think that's really fun in a main character.
I agree.
Yeah, it's like his whole shtick.
He's like, the words that I want to say, I can't say because there's preschool toys present. I'm like, Woody, you're so funny. He's so funny.
I mean, his sass with "he's just falling in style" might be one of the most memorable movie quotes of all time.
Yeah, I would say "you are a toy" is probably the funniest thing. Him just blowing up at Buzz is probably, he's like, "You dumb idiot." So good. But yeah, 4. What do you guys think about 4?
4 is one of those that like I don't remember super well. I should probably rewatch. But I wasn't a fan of Sporky. I remember that. Same thing as you, Stone. It looks unbelievably good. Keanu Reeves entertained me.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, but I think 4 is the one I remember the least, and it's the most recent one I'd seen prior to 5 coming out. And it's been at the bottom of my ranking of this franchise since, but I haven't seen Lightyear, so.
Yeah, Lightyear's really hard to watch. I think 4 is like solid. I think these movies are all kind of like baseline solid. I feel like it's kind of hard to mess them up. And I feel like even an okay Toy Story movie is pretty good. There's good music. The movies look good, like you said. This is one of the most expensive animated movies ever. It's 250 million. They spent 200 million on 4. So yeah, I think it's fine. I think I have it like a 3.5, which is the lowest in the franchise. But like, I think it's a good time. I think it's it always feels like the adventure has like some effort and thought behind it. It doesn't really feel like lazy to me, but it doesn't really necessarily feel like it had to be made. And I feel like Toy Story 5 has a reason to exist and has something to talk about that we'll get into.
I will say one thing that might have made it more expensive, just thinking about it logistically, is the fact that they came out and they said they made this in 3 years, which is crazy for Pixar because it usually takes them like 5 or 6 years to make a movie. So they pumped this out quick and they wanted it really fast. So that could be a reason why the budget was enhanced just a little bit.
I could also answer your question why it might not look as good as 4.
That's true. That's true.
Which I still think 5 looked really good.
I have something I want to say about 4. Something changed drastically from 3 to 4. And I'm curious if you guys noticed it, and it does affect 5. And I just can't stop thinking about it ever since I rewatched 4. The thing that's good between 2 and 3, and the thing I always liked about Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 is that the time period in the movies matches real life. Like 1999, I believe, is when Toy Story 2 came out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm not mistaken. And then 11 years passed. In 2010, Toy Story 3 came out. Well, guess what? 11 years passed in the movie, too, because Andy's going off to college. I'm like, that's sick. But then when it comes to Toy Story 3 and 4, 9 years passed in between those movies. But canonically, like in the world of Toy Story, only like a year or two passed. And I get why they can't do it the same way. Because if you slap 9 years onto Bonnie, she's the same age as Andy is in Toy Story 3, and then you have the whole thing over again with her getting rid of her toys. I think that's interesting that they made that decision and changed it. But I will say, if we're looking at it like that, the time frame between Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 5 isn't that big of a gap in the world because Bonnie really hasn't aged up that much. Maybe it's like 3 or 4 years. Maybe she was like 6 in Toy Story 3 and she's like 10 now, possibly. But the thing is, if you think about it, in the world of Toy Story, it's like the year 2014 it's supposed to be in Toy Story 5. But now they're using technology kind of like it's 2026. So it doesn't make sense. And I hate the nitpick. I just think that what they did with time in these movies has been very interesting from 3 to 5.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And like, I think they're probably banking on the fact that like a lot of the people watching are kids, but they're not even probably piecing together like that kind of stuff.
100%.
But it is something to think about, especially when they're dealing with technology. They used a new piece of software for like rendering, and they basically used the same system to render this that they did for Hoppers, but they expanded on it for this. I thought Hoppers looked pretty bad, and I thought a lot of the animation was like very lackluster. And I think this movie looks a lot better.
I know you hated the eyes. You hated those eyes in Hoppers.
Eyes are so important. Like I think for animation, like especially with animals, just having like little googly eyes, kind of unsettling, and like I think it's really hard to find emotion in those. Very strange, but yeah, I think 5 looked pretty good.
So I have
Also,
to ask you too.
no AI was used making this either.
Hell
So I
yeah.
have to ask you too, though, before we get into it. I'm assuming 4 is not the answer. What is your favorite out of the 3?
Out of the 3 or the 4?
I'm assuming 4 is not. Sorry. What is your favorite Toy Story movie? I'll just put it that way. I'm assuming Toy Story 4 is not it, based on what we said. But
I think I have the unpopular opinion that my favorite is number 2.
I genuinely believe there is not an unpopular opinion. A lot of people love 2.
I know a lot of people love, but I feel like the answer is always 1 or 3 is what I hear. But no, 2
Telling
is
you
my
what,
favorite.
after rewatching 3, 2 was my favorite. So it's not that unpopular of an opinion. But after what 3 is very good.
Oh, 3 is so good. 3 is one of the most memorable movie experiences I've ever had.
They did a good job. What about Dan? He seems like a one.
Yeah, he's
Toy
going to
Story
be a
1 kind
one
of
guy.
I think I honestly kind of like them all about the same. I don't think there's much that differentiates the first three, but I like three a lot. I think three is really good. I think it has some of the hardest hitting emotion, and I think it kind of felt like it was closing the door on the franchise in a satisfying way. So I would say probably three.
Did you guys see the original plan for 3?
I know
Right.
that an original plan. So I think what happened was that Disney was threatening Pixar in a way to take over Pixar as a company, and they needed to renegotiate a deal or something like that. And Disney threatened Pixar, and they said, "Hey, we're going to make Toy Story 3 with or without you." And they pitched the idea of like an army of Buzz Lightyears. I think that got lost in Japan or something like that. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, Connor, but I know that that was an idea for 3 that carried over, obviously, to this movie.
I saw it. I saw it from friend of the podcast, Eba. He posted about it today. But you're not completely far off. But it was something like Buzz ended up in like Taiwan or somewhere in Asia.
That'd be sick.
I think it was Taiwan, and he was going to go to this factory to basically like be thrown away permanently for this new version to come out. Because there was like some bug with like some issue with Buzz that they recalled it. So whoever would have been Andy's mom or someone would have shipped him off. The toys go over there to try and rescue him. And the guy who like runs this factory actually knows that toys come alive.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Cool concept.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad we got the 3 that we did.
Yeah. But
and apparently we're getting where the plan is at least to have a 6 and to have it finish out the story of Bonnie, which will be interesting.
And I also think that they're going to expedite it really quick too, because the actors are getting older. I think that we'll see, just like this movie, I think that we'll see Toy Story 6 in the next 3 years. Now, I was talking to a friend about that today. They have a lot of movies down the pipeline, so it might be tough. I mean, they've got Incredibles 3, they've got Coco 2, they've got Monsters Inc. 3, so Toy Story 6.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the sequel. So yeah, Gato is the only original movie that I can think of right now that they're making. But they're also making like a musical and something else, but which I'm excited for. Yeah, I think that'll come out sooner rather than later. But after this weekend with the box office, 100%. Cash cow.
I can't believe
franchise
Jackass is hitting, or not Jackass, Scary Movie is hitting what, like 200 million or something now?
People are just loving the movies right now, and it's making me really happy. I think Spider-Man is going to be huge, which I'm really excited for. Supergirl's projections aren't that great, which is a bummer, but
I'm excited for Supergirl.
I am too. Same.
I think it'll depend on if people like it or not. I think it's a movie that can go either way. Like if it makes like $60 million or something the first weekend, like, I mean, Superman didn't make that much money, and like that was kicking off a universe with a bunch of really iconic characters. Like, I don't know, but I think if people say this movie is good, people will watch it, and if the first reaction's bad, people will not. So we'll see. But there's a lot of. It should be a good summer all around, box office wise.
All right,
I think the Odyssey is going to be crazy too. Like personally.
Yeah. You guys want to get into Toy Story 5?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right. So, Stone, since you haven't been putting out content because of your unfortunate air conditioning situation.
I'm warm right now. Dude, I'm warm right now. So I'm getting hot and sweaty for you guys. This might have to go on the Patreon channel.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Let us know your spoiler-free thoughts.
I think Toy Story 5 is good. I enjoyed it. I think that focusing the movie on Jessie, I've always liked her as a character, and I think that she is the one toy out of the entire gang who has actual history to her that's been touched on in the past but hasn't been fully explored. And something that's also been a running theme of her character in all the films since I've rewatched them, and I noticed this, is that she always has like PTSD and panic attacks about being that, like, her past is always with her. She's always remembering that time that Emily's mom left her in a box on the side of the road somewhere. And I just thought that was so interesting how someone has that much history to them when they're a toy. I will say, not to go canonically in the world of Toy Story again, but Woody does have like 40 years before Andy. I think he was made in the 50s. So I'm always curious, like, what Woody did before that. And I don't know if they think about that as much as I do. Anyways, but no, I thought this was good. I liked Jesse. I really was surprised about the take on technology. When I first watched this trailer, as I think many people my age or who are on the internet saw that it's like, oh, iPads are bad. Kids need to play with toys. I was the first one being like, hey, I like that idea. F technology. Kids do need to play with toys again. But this film, without getting into spoilers too much, has a much more nuanced conversation around that. And I should have been expecting that, but it still caught me off guard. And
I thought didn't we talk about that, Stone? I feel like exactly what happened in the movie. I think we had a conversation and said basically this is what was going to happen. Yeah, because it tries to be very safe with what it has to say and not step on toes. I think, which is not surprising.
I will say, I was talking to my friend today, and I think that it does show technology in a very negative way, especially towards the beginning when it comes to the parents and how the parents interact with their children when they're interacting with technology. And something that definitely happens in real life. And I will say, I think that might go over children's heads, but I think adults will see it, and hopefully it'll cause adults to change their ways when it comes to technology and interacting with their children. And I don't know if it'll reach kids just yet based on their age. But I did like Jesse. I did like the talks of technology. Woody does not need to be in this movie. If you take Woody out of this movie, there's not a single thing that changes. It was pretty noticeable. I genuinely don't believe he does anything for the plot besides create a weird dynamic with Buzz. And for the second movie in a row, I don't necessarily love what they did with Buzz. And it frustrates me because I really like Buzz a lot. I'm okay with what they did with him and Jesse. But when it comes to toys, I don't necessarily know if I need that, but it feels like just, it's a plot device that they've used in movies since they were, first made in the 1900s. So they're like, yeah, you know what? Boy toy, girl toy. Let's take this a little bit further. But when I walked out of the theater, the one thing I noticed about this movie, and I said to my wife right away, who liked the movie, she did enjoy the movie, was I think this is the only Toy Story movie where there is not a memorable set or setting for the toys to be in. And that really frustrated me because all they really have in this movie to work with is Emily's old house. Now, it's cool. I like the farm animal element of it. There's a pig in this. I like the pig a whole lot. There's horses.
Crazy name for the pig.
What was the pig's name?
Jimmy Dean.
That was a good name. I like that name a lot. But if you think about even the fourth movie, a lot of people don't like the fourth movie. It has some really good areas for the toys to interact with, which is like an antique store and a carnival. The third movie has the daycare. The second movie has Al's Toy Barn. It has an airport. And honestly, for Toy Story 5, it's a house that they're just walking around in. And I got to say, I think Sid's house from 1995 is more memorable than Emily's house from 2026, where you should be able to do more and bring more excitement to your animated film. The only memorable part, actual place in this story, has carried over from Toy Story 2, which is like the tire swing. So it really disappointed me. Also, the finale of this movie, and I'm thinking about Toy Story 3. I'm even thinking about Toy Story 4 and Toy Story 2, like where they're at in those movies. I mean, even Toy Story 1, where Buzz and Woody are chasing them on that car. It's like the adrenaline is like really pumping. And now that I'm thinking about it, with them like going on a road, kind of similar to how Toy Story 5 ends, but like nothing is memorable about where they're at in the story, location wise. And that really bugged me during this. I will say they have these new things that they introduce, which is like imagination sequences. Now they've done that in the past. Most notably, the beginning of Toy Story 3 is a really good like imagination scene for Andy and his mind. But they use a different style of animation. I think it's what they're going to use in Gato. It's like 3D animation, but with like 2D paint-like textures on top of it. I thought it was great. I love those scenes, and I thought in the back of my mind, I was like, I think those scenes will make kids want to play with toys because that looks fun and it's exciting and it's like I don't know the way everything happened. It was like non-traditional. It was surprising you, like Conan O'Brien. Hey, MVP of this movie for me. What is his name? Potty Buddy. I don't know what his name is, but
Smarty Pants.
Smarty Pants. Okay, totally off on there. I thought he was like the MVP, and I like that. Even though he's not necessarily like a doll or like a humanoid figure, he like during the imagination scenes they had a lot of fun with him and they dressed him up and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I'm going on a little too long here, but I thought it was solid. It was a good story. I think that a lot of people will enjoy it. I just think it could have been a lot better if it wasn't rushed, maybe, because I saw a story from the director that said, "Yeah, we didn't have Woody in the first script of this movie originally," and I was like, "I could tell, bud. I could tell." Mrs. Scranton, I could tell Mr. Scranton, but those are my thoughts. I thought it was good. It was an enjoyable time, but it, in my opinion, does not compare to the first three films.
Do you like 4 better than this one?
His name is Stanton, not Scranton. Scranton's the place in The Office, right?
Yes.
Well, it's also a place in real life.
Okay.
It's a terrible place in Pennsylvania.
What did you say, Cotter? Sorry, I just looked at his name.
I said, do you like 4 better than 5?
No, I like 5 just a little bit better.
Okay.
Just because I like the technology angle, and then also, like I said, what they do to Buzz in 4 is kind of unforgivable. Buzz in this one, he's better, I will say.
Okay.
So
I think it's interesting you were talking about the setting because it might be familiar and kind of like played down, but I feel like, and I don't know if this is to me, this is maybe the most serious story overall. Like I think there's some not a ton of jokes in this. I think the jokes kind of pick up when you get um the three other like early tech toys. They kind of provide some jokes and stuff, but like it's Bonnie is not doing well in this movie. She's a very heavy character and seems like she's really going through it. And I think that the way it portrays um the state of like childhood right now and the neighborhood and all and the lack of play, like that can definitely inspire some like existential dread thinking about that because it's dealing with real stuff. And you see a lot of kids that are unable to look away from whatever flashing screen is in front of them. And I feel like they captured pretty well like the impact that has on a kid and how it kind of turns off their brain. And when everything is forming and you're forming, I think it's important to like not be in that state often. I think this movie, and maybe something we could talk about a little bit, and I was considering making a video. I think this movie kind of pulls some punches on the parents because like this is a movie where like the parents are the villain. Like um and what you're dealing with in this film and what you're showcasing is something that parents can just instantly fix and take control over. Like you have to parent your child. You can't just allow them to be distracted. And like she's just, there's some occasional, pushing her along through life, but they're really just kind of letting her just sit with this thing as much as the plot requires. And um, it does lightly, like it shows um I think Blaze is her new friend living in Emily's house. Like her father is like constantly on his own devices and stuff, and like it shows you that. But maybe more realization from the parents of like, oh, we did all this to our daughter. I think would have been helpful, but I think the movie also probably knows there are parents going that just like pacify their children with screens all the time because they don't want to be parents.
My buddy I
Um,
talked to said he saw iPads in the theater while watching this movie that
I
kids
did
had.
too.
guy next to me was on his phone. I had to yell at him, like, bro,
Good job.
like what? I was very respectful and all, but not yell at him, but just like the irony, right? Like it's ridiculous, but um, yeah, I kind of wish it had a little bit more bite with the parents themselves, but I feel like it was probably afraid to offend. What do you guys think?
That's one of the things I liked most about this was the Bonnie aspect. My
I
memory could be
agree. I forgot
serving
to
me.
say that, but I agree.
Yeah, my memory could be serving me really wrong, but it feels like this is the most time we've kind of spent with a kid
100%.
in all these
100%.
movies. And like even to the point where she's like so nervous to go talk to her neighbors. Like growing up, like my next door neighbors, they had 3 kids, all around my age, and then it was my brother and I who are about 2 years apart. And like I would hang out with them every weekend throughout the week, and like even I would get nervous going over sometimes to knock on their door to see if I could hang out with them. So like that was like pretty connectable to me, and I don't know how connectable it'll be to the new generation of kids. So I really appreciated that aspect. But I'm with Dan. I wish they would have been harder on the parents. That was definitely a safe blow.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about Woody not needing to be there till you just brought it up, Stone.
It's weird. Like their dynamic is him and like the storylines that they write for them is like so strange, and it's like surface level. It's like they seem like idiots. It's just like, no, I'm Jesse's second in command. No, she wants my help. She wants my help, and then they're just like bickering the entire time. I saw somebody say like it's fun. It's like old friends that are just like old grumpy old men just irritated with each other. I'm like, sure, but
It's
don't know.
pretty much, I feel like, just because I mean the first like 3 movies you could say are Woody's story, and they're just scared to let him go.
Yeah, they don't want to have a
100%, yeah.
Toy Story movie without and like this might be a hot take. Like I don't care for Woody and Buzz that much as characters, like to be totally honest. Um, I think Jessie is a better character in terms of having more to her, in terms of like this movie works because because of her past and because of what she's been through, they're able to apply the impact of technology on Bonnie to what she's been through before, and it's like showcasing, and they actively address the idea that kids are being aged up like by technology, and it's making them more serious and more um not mature really, but like feel older and have less wonder and have less desire to play. And it's the same as, um remind me of the girl's name.
Bonnie, Emily.
Yeah, like Emily, like getting older. It's kind of the same thing, and I think it works. Um, and then, tying in the setting, I thought was good. I also liked Blaze. I thought she was a good character. Um, and I just seeing her like kindness to Bonnie. Um, and I do think they also captured like, Bonnie's embarrassment about still wanting to play with her toys when her friends are all kind of like in their own world and not really accepting of that. I thought that was showing the impact of that was um pretty heavy and when well done. I also don't know, like it just seems like kind of an open chat to the internet, like it's kind of a
Yeah, I don't
crazy,
understand what this
like
technology is.
anybody can send anybody any message. You can just send stuff to the Lily cloud. Of like that seems not good, but uh yeah, I mean obviously just for the story to work. But yeah, I thought the stuff with Bonnie was really well done, in general. And I do think I think Jesse's a really good character, and I thought the movie served her well.
Jesse's like one of my favorite all-time animated characters, and a lot of it due to Joanne Cusack and her voice acting.
Yeah, it's really good. It's I guess arguably first or second best voice acting in the movie. Um, I did like Conan too. I thought he was fun, and I thought he kind of injected some energy into the movie at a point where it was needed. Um, I also like Bullseye a lot too, and I think he's a good sidekick.
Right.
Who voiced him?
Into,
Alan
into
Cumming, I
spoilers.
think.
His first speaking role in all 5 movies.
Yeah, they actually they I wish they didn't announce that. They actually announced that like a few weeks before the movie came out.
Oh, did they really?
And everyone was freaking out. And they announced who was voicing him, which is Alan Cummings, I think.
No, I had no idea
I-
that he was going to be talking in this.
Cool surprise for you then. Yeah, I thought that was great. Like I said, those imagination scenes are just they're so full of life and they're just so colorful. Just I loved them a lot. Crazy blew my mind when all of a sudden, I don't know if it's all of a sudden. I wasn't looking for this when I was doing my rewatches because I didn't know it was going to be part of Toy Story 5. The fact that Jesse has a pull string like blew my mind. I was like, what? Like they've never have even acknowledged her pull string before. And I guess it makes sense because Woody has one and they're like the same, they're grouped together. But I'm just like, I've never even looked at her back to see if she has a pull string like throughout any of these movies. Then all of a sudden they're just pulling it nonstop in this film. I was like, that blew my mind. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Something I thought about since you just rewatched these, Stone, that I like walked out of the theater confused about. Remind me what happened to Barbie. Where'd she go?
So Barbie stayed in the daycare in Toy Story 3. So her and
That's
Ken, after Lotso got banished to the Shadow Realm, her and Ken took over the daycare and they did like a cool, groovy new daycare.
That's right.
But I'm glad you mentioned that. One thing I also think that makes, even though this is, as Dan said, a very serious movie, more than maybe any of them, which is crazy to say because one of them literally has all of them almost die at the very end, which is great. I think that this movie, I don't know if they were aiming for a more serious movie throughout the entire thing, and that's the reason why they sidelined the other toys. They've done this twice now. In Toy Story 4, they sidelined Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, Slinky, Rex, Ham. They sidelined all those guys. They're literally stuck in Bonnie's RV the entire movie. They do nothing the entire movie. And the same thing in this, they're stuck in a garage the entire time. And I kind of get that. It would be hard to like come up with a plot where you need to have all 15 of these toys doing something at the exact same time. I get that it would be hard from a writing perspective. But the thing is, when you have those guys working together to do something, it is so much fun because all of those toys not only bring a different element of excitement to the scheme of whatever they're doing because of the way they're built, but also because of their personalities. Like Mr. Potato Head, RIP to the original actor. He passed away in between 4 and 5, but he's a little shithead. Like he doesn't take anything from anybody. Like he mouths people off all the time, and it's so entertaining. Like he does that all the time in the third film. Like one of the most iconic scenes of all the movies is when Mr. Potato Head pulling apart. I mean, you guys probably saw my Mr. Potato Head video, pulling apart all of his pieces and putting them into like a cucumber. And then you have like Slinky. Like it's way more dynamic and way more fun. And this, I guess you got whatever those electronic toys are doing with their GPS and their pictures and their potty training. Sure. And I will say they do a really good job of introducing new toys to the franchise. Every single movie, I think they introduce new toys and they're always pretty memorable, but they're not as memorable when it comes to the action, I would say, of these films than the OG crew. So also, where did the aliens go? They were in the marketing. I remember because there was like a short teaser of all the toys freaking out, and the camera would like turn, and you'd have like Jesse, you would have like Ham, you would have the Potato Heads. They're all freaking out about this new toy that Bonnie got, and the aliens were there, but then they're not there in the movie. So I don't know if Mr. Potato Head gave them up for adoption, but
I think it's just a marketing scheme, like the iconic Toy Story clouds.
I also will say I've seen a lot of short commercials and stuff, marketing bits that are like centered on Woody, and I'm like, well, he's not in the movie. Like,
it's because he's balding now, and he's got a beer belly.
Yeah, how does that happen with a toy?
The stuffing, could be the stuffing inside of him could be like displaced based on usage. He's living on the streets now, so He's not having a pampered life anymore.
Honestly, doing more athletic things than he did in the past by climbing trees and diving to rescue toys now from squirrels.
Yeah, I did enjoy that
I like
bit.
the
I thought that was
squirrel.
fun.
I like the squirrel. That was good. Yeah.
Also, another aspect we haven't talked about that I really liked, I loved the Buzz Army side plot.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lot of fun, and really, it was like fairly weird. The music for those sequences was incredible.
I
Some
noticed
of the
that.
best,
Yeah.
like it felt like it was almost from a different movie, but like I think it worked well in tandem as like a little commercial break almost. That was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed that.
It's one of my favorite parts of the movie. I have an entire video already edited for tomorrow to promote this episode. But like I love the fact that they're brand new. They don't know anything. And then like they all just like instinctively play dead when they see a human when they're by the like rigs. And they're like just all take a note on it. And they're all moving in like unison. Then they're like my favorite part is that when the one toy gets stuck under the tree branch and the kid takes him as they're walking to their campsite and their entire mission is to get him back and they see like he's actually happy and he's like filled his purpose. So now they all kind of know what their point of being here is.
I have
Yeah.
like a love-hate relationship with him because I really do like those moments of the film a lot. And Dan, I'm glad that you mentioned the soundtrack. Good for Randy Newman. I think he's the only composer working on this. So that did not sound like Randy Newman and what he's done for this franchise this entire time, but man went off. I think he's like 82, 83 years old. So man went off for those bits. Really enjoyed that. But it feels like a different movie and a more fun movie. Which you maybe that is the missing fun that I'm wanting from like the toys, the other toys not being there. Like that is really entertaining what those guys are doing, but it just feels weird. It feels like two different storylines that are happening, and that's happened in Toy Story before, but it's always been with toys that we're familiar with, not a 50 buzzes. So I don't know. It just felt like kind of shoehorned in a little bit, and they got really lucky at the end because of their advancements in technology that they just turned into drones. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, that was real convenient.
Funny. Yeah.
Did you stay for the end
definitely.
credit scene?
I did not.
Oh,
it was
so basically,
the buzzes getting given away, right? Or finding homes.
They basically like all land in like a playground, and like tons of kids and even adults like pick them up, and they're like, oh, these are cool. But then all of a sudden, a high-tech Wi-Fi Zerg pops out of one of the backpacks, and he's like, Buzz, and then all the buzzes freak out.
I wonder if they'll be relevant in 6.
I hope not. I liked him. I thought it was a funny gag. There's no way they could bring back 50 buzzes.
But did they freak out because they were told that was their dad, or because it's their enemy?
They know that. I think Zurg didn't know that they were his sons. So Zurg was like a little bit more, I'm going to kill you, Buzz. And all the Buzz is like, and then it just cut to black. So,
okay.
But yeah, that part was entertaining. Like I did like the part where he, one of them got trapped and the kid found him and everything. That was cute. I will say, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just thinking about these too much. I don't understand why they're morons. I guess Dan's like, yeah, they've always been morons. But the fact they just point up, they just like point up. They're like, star, command, star, command. I'm like, what is going on right now? You guys, I don't know, but they're dumb toys. I guess I'm thinking too much into it, but
I don't know. I mean, it did make me laugh out loud when they dangled Woody over Jimmy Dean's mouth, and then Jimmy Dean just started to swallow Woody.
That was good. They were like torturing him.
Yeah, that made me laugh out loud.
Oh yeah, but Buzz's always had the hots for Jessie though. That reminds me, because did the other Buzzes, were they into Jessie when they saw her? Or they just saw her as I think they saw her as a high-ranking officer because she.
Yeah, I think they saw her as like their leader.
Okay, I will say one missed opportunity in this movie that I thought could have been a hilarious joke was one of the most memorable things about the third entry is the part where Buzz gets turned into like the Spanish version of himself. And it's very hilarious. He's saying all this Buzz Lightyear stuff, but in Spanish. And he's very attracted to Jesse in Spanish. Anyways, they fix him at the end of the movie. And I thought it would have been a really funny joke. There's a sequence in this movie where Lilypad is relaying a message that Jesse just said to her. And she's like, I can even do that in Spanish. And then she quotes, like, she says it back to Jesse in Spanish. I thought it would have been a genius move if, like, Buzz, like, subconsciously clocks that she's speaking in Spanish because of his past experience. And you see him, like, react in a way. I thought that would have been a really funny joke for people who really enjoy this franchise and have been watching it. But sadly,
that would have been good. I mean, like, you don't even have to have him respond; just have him like kind of react in a way, or like make him look like he understands. And then
that's what I thought too. Yeah,
it like takes away the idiot aspect of Buzz at least a little.
Yeah, but like I said, maybe he's always been an idiot. But there's like such, especially in the second movie, he has so many great monologues about like Woody and like what it means to be like a toy and stuff like that. He doesn't seem like an idiot. It doesn't seem like Buzz from Toy Story 4. Also, in theory, he should be more smart as I almost said more smarter, which is bad grammar. He should be more smart or smarter as the films go on because he is aging and he's had more and more experience as a toy, but you're just making him kind of dumber as the movies go on. I mean, I'm not trying to be too technical about this, but that is the truth.
I feel like it was just comedic relief. Like I said, it is a like heavy story, so I think they needed to have something to like make people laugh or make kids laugh.
Yeah, he's funny. Buzz, I always like Buzz. But those high tech buzzes with the drone, do you think they're selling those right now? Like drone Buzz Lightyears
really
to
good
kids?
opportunity if they aren't, because those are sick.
Really hope not. Kids don't need drones.
What would
like,
you guys
what if
want?
I want a drone, Dan?
To each their own. To each
I'm
their
just gonna
drone. I
start
guess.
recording with like just Buzz Lightyear floating right here behind me.
I wish that I wish they were like a little bit ahead of the curve when it came to talking about this in a Toy Story movie. But I think the toy industry right now is quote unquote thriving because adults are buying toys more than children are. You can definitely see that in the Pokemon space where it's disgusting in the Pokemon space right now. But it would be cool because like they were very, on the money with the times in this movie talking about tech versus toys. If they talked about that current dilemma in the industry when it came to Toy Story 6, but they really already did that in Toy Story 2 with Al. It's like a collector who would steal away a child's toy just to sell it to Japan. So
they need to find a way to incorporate Lego in one of these because that would be a really funny toy death.
Lego?
Yeah.
What do you mean a toy death?
Like just have it fall down and explode.
Oh, like break it apart to pieces.
Yeah.
The problem is you need to have like a face. I guess you could have like that. I mean, I wonder what the studio like licensing is because Warner Brothers makes Lego movies. So like, I don't know if they could do that, but that would be cool though.
Supposedly
Warner Brothers made Barbie. So yes, with who was voicing that? I saw that today.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
but apparently it's going to be like a crossover of like live action plus the Lego world. So I don't know.
Technically, I mean, Dan just watched it. Technically, that's what the first Lego movie is too.
Yeah.
So,
dude, Lego Batman is one of my favorite comedy movies.
I need to watch Batman
a lot of
still.
animation stuff.
I
was not blown away by the first Lego movie. I thought it was very fine.
I don't love it. The only scene I like really love is the scene where God is like losing his mind because that was actually Morgan Freeman just losing his mind in the studio.
But you found that out afterwards, so I guess it's like a little added like behind the scenes thing.
Yeah, it's like one of those I enjoy going back to watch now. But like I like really enjoy the Lego Batman movie.
What's hilarious is I don't remember people's like Letterboxd reviews that much. There's millions of Letterboxd reviews done every single day. For some reason, I remember Dan's Letterboxd review of the Lego movie, which is basically along the lines of, wow, like the only time that Chris Pratt has actually been cast well as a normal fucking person.
Just a
an
guy.
Average dude.
Not special.
I think the one that was more memorable to me than anything from Dan is for Scream 7. because I like recently looked at Scream 7 and I was like, what the fuck, Dan watched this? He was so like adamant about not watching it. And then his
Nah,
review was
just gave
like
that bad boy a half star.
his review was a half star and it's like, don't watch this, it's slop. Fuck this movie. And then that was it.
Yep.
Hopefully, no more slap this year. I don't think, like, okay. I know this is completely off topic, but I have to ask Dan because I think Dan more than Connor might be a fan of this, and I just don't think it's going to work. Did you see that they're doing an animated Thundercats movie?
Yes.
Is that not going to be like Transformers 1 2.0, as in like an 80s franchise that nobody's going to care about and they're going to spend a lot of money on? And it might be good. Like that movie was good, but it's just like, are we not learning that the whole 80s nostalgia for movies is not necessarily working anymore? Look at Masters of the Universe. Like, what are we doing?
Supposedly there's going to be a second Masters of the Universe.
There's not going to be. That's the complete fiction.
I don't know. I heard that Prime
I
just
think
wants
this-
to like dump money into it. I don't know.
It happened.
I mean, my thing with the like, do I really care if it makes money? Like, if it's good, I'm glad I got to watch Transformers 1. Like, it's out there.
Right.
It's not my money. I don't know. Like, I think
if it flops,
think,
it flops. But
yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah.
overall, the industry is doing pretty well this year, and like, there's a lot more big stuff coming. Like, I don't know. I'll watch it if it's good. That's great.
will
And
you
I
get a
think that-
second animated Thundercats movie? Probably not, but you'll get one.
Yeah. They're also making a new Powerpuff Girls movie.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. Yeah, it's just they announced tons of stuff today because it's I forgot what it's called, but basically there's a film festival going on in Europe right now for animation, which is why there's tons of animation stuff announced today. Like the Lego
Yeah,
movie.
I think the thing with the like Masters of the Universe, you cannot spend $200 million to make that movie. You can't. It should be $50 million. I just don't understand where that money went, but another
Laundering.
flop for Jared,
Darn. I know Dan's heartbroken.
and he'll get more work.
I will say he's pretty funny in the movie, which is unfortunate. But you
Oh,
don't
you
see
did
his
see it?
face. Yeah, I watched it because I don't know. It wasn't that good.
I was
But
interested in it because I loved it getting growing up.
I truly believe they wrote the script like it's for 8 and 9-year-olds. I told Dan that it does seem like a script that is written for that age demographic, which is what the original cartoon was for. So there might be a lot of kids who really enjoy this movie a lot. It's very cheesy and not serious at all. And how they solve their issues, it's like no shit. That's what you should have done, dude. Like, are you 4 years old? But they did write this for 4-year-olds, so.
Interesting.
But it was an okay time. Daniel Pemberton did the score, which I really like. He's the one who did Project Hail Mary, so that was worth the price of admission for me. He's a great composer. But any final thoughts on this?
I was going to say really quick, it's hard with stuff like that because, like, I feel like sometimes they get stuck between making a movie for the adults that were around when it was popular and making a movie for that everyone can watch. I think it's you kind of have to pick, in my opinion.
So let's see what they do with Thundercats. Are Thundercats cool? Like, what is that? Is it just people like who have powers that are like cat powers?
I haven't thought about Thundercats in a very long time.
See, but I clocked that though. I'm like, Dan looks like a Thundercats guy, especially with that hair right now.
Yeah,
I always know if you like-
1985.
Fun fact, if you look up Thundercats, like the 8th picture down is some either AI or fan-made thing with Henry Cavill, Oscar Isaac, Vin Diesel. Looks pretty
It's kind of like cats, where like they're humanoid cats. So it could look very strange, but it's going to be animated, right? So
Yeah.
it should be fine.
If I could be
You
any
can't
cat,
really-
what kind of cat would I be? Lynx? A snow leopard. Snow leopard. Oh, call me
Cornish
Tai Lung.
Rex.
Tai Lung on this. What'd you
Yeah,
say?
lynxes are cool. They're small though.
I said a Cornish Rex.
A Cornish Rex? That sounds like a
Yeah.
dinosaur.
They're really weird looking cats. However, the only cat I've ever loved was my childhood pet, Boogie.
These are so ugly.
Oh yeah, no, they are hideous looking. But that was my dog. His real name was Fujisawa.
Wait, I'm very confused. He was your dog, so he acted like a dog, and it was a cat.
no,
you
he
had
was my
growing up?
cat.
Okay.
I'm just saying he's like my dog, you know. Anyway,
Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah.
like woof woof. You're like, what's you're dabbing up? Okay.
yeah, but no, he was a show cat, and my mom had got him after he retired at like 1.5 years old. Don't get me wrong, ugly cats. However, he was cool as shit. He played fetch. He could do a backflip.
All respect to that, but you would want to be that cat, like that that breed, if you could be a cat.
They're
Wait,
nimble.
their backs look wild. They're like very wrinkly. It's like what's it called? Like corduroy pants, but like down their back.
Yeah, they
snow
feel
leopard,
exactly
Thailand,
like that too.
I'm a respect to you. You're a Cornish Rex, but if I'm a Thundercat, I don't know if this is what they do. I'm a slap your Cornish Rex ass around.
No, I'm just gonna vibe on like some catnip or something.
Okay. Dan, what cat?
I would say jaguar. They're my favorite big cat.
Let's go. We got snow leopard, jaguar, and a Cornish Rex. I'm surprised you didn't say like hairless cat or whatever those are called.
No.
No, but it's a cute cat. I like its big ears. I will give it that.
So, back on topic for Toy Story. How do you guys rank this franchise now that we have seen the 5th installment? Feel free to include Lightyear if you'd like.
Lightyear's at the bottom.
I figured it would be.
It's a very boring.
Yeah.
movie.
It takes itself so seriously. And like not in a way like not like this where like there's some serious stuff. It's just like a very serious, dry movie that's just hard to get through. I don't know.
You know
Really
what's
weird.
crazy about that movie too is, as someone who's never seen it, both of you guys are telling me like actual critiques of the movie. The only negatives I heard from that movie coming out of it was that there was a gay couple in it.
That's
Which
the internet
is-
for you.
It's all
Crazy.
anyone could talk about.
Yeah.
And it was
It
like
has-
half a second of
I'll give you a specific critique. I don't know about the guy's career right now, but I'm not a fan of his voice acting. Taika Waititi voices a character in it. He's annoying as hell. It's like,
Dude.
I'm sorry.
it's Chris Evans is the lead too, right?
Yeah.
His voice acting is so boring.
There's a
I
reason why
remember
he's not a
saying
voice
that,
actor.
Dan.
What, Connor?
I said I think I remember you saying that around the time it
There's
came
no
out.
energy. There's no life in the character. It makes it seem it makes it feel so serious. And again, like it's a kids movie. Like, it's just like it's a really really strange movie.
That's one thing that's incredible about like Tom Hanks' career. Like the fact that this guy can also do like voice acting too. Like Tim Allen and Tom Hanks are like huge actors, like Chris Evans was during Lightyear. So I mean, Tom Hanks
is a much bigger actor than Tim Allen.
yes,
to be
yes,
fair.
yes, yes.
I'd say they're
you said
both
Tom Hanks
household
is
names,
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Tim Allen more
But-
for TV for
Yeah.
like
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement.
Full time?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, but Tom Hanks gives his all to Woody, man, especially like in those early movies. I did see something that was very interesting to me. One thing I wanted to say too is I noticed it with the trailers, and it does make sense in the world. But Joanne Cusack, she does sound a little bit older in this film, I will say, than she has in the past when it comes to Jesse. But it makes sense. Jesse is aging. I mean, the toy is literally 75 years old in this movie. It was made during the 50s, so it makes sense. But one thing I found was very fascinating was after I heard him say this, I tried to really study his voice acting in the movie, and I didn't think he sound aged up at all. Is Tim Allen said that he had a voice coach for the first time ever doing this film because he purposely didn't. His voice does sound older now than it did back in the day. And when he was doing his lines, he didn't like that. So they got him a voice coach to warm up. That way he could sound younger, like the buzzes of the past, the previous centuries. I thought that was pretty fascinating.
Interesting.
I thought Greta Lee did a good job too.
She's got a good voice. She's got a good
Yeah.
voice
Yeah.
acting voice.
Yeah.
I think she voice acted in something else recently. I forgot what it was. Oh, she's in the Spider-Verse movies.
Who's she in that?
Lila.
Yeah, Lila is the she's the like the digital girl, or is she the, no,
Yeah.
is she the little girl on
Anime girl,
Spider-
I think.
No, that's Spider. I think Lila is basically on what's his name?
It's
Miguel
AI.
O'Hara. Yeah,
Yeah.
Miguel O'Hara. There's like a little character like talks to them. It's like a little AI character. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
All right. So Stone, your ranking of this franchise since
That's tough. Damn. I will say 4 or 5. So this is the bottom. 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3. After rewatching them, I will put 3 in the lead.
Okay.
Which two's so good though. One of my favorite things while rewatching it is just like the adult jokes are so good. I don't know if maybe I was missing adult jokes in this movie, but when I was rewatching Toy Story 2 and they're driving the car at the very end and Ham is just randomly reading the manual of the vehicle that they're in, and he's like, man, there's no way he's getting this type of gas mileage. It's just like, that's such a funny joke to just put in there. Another line that I remember people saying was really iconic was in the first film when Sid's pretending to be a doctor and he's like, oh, you look sick. And he's like taking their heads off and he's like switching them. Buzz is watching them and he's like, I don't think that man's ever been to medical school. It's like, it's so funny. And I wish jokes, like there was never a joke in this that like hit that hard. But yeah, they're just so good, man.
I would say Lightyear at the bottom, and then I think my ranking would be exactly the same as Stone.
so only difference in mine is mine would go 4, 5, 1, 3, 2.
Okay.
I always liked 2
And-
growing up.
But I mean I have 3 and 2 both at a 5-star. So
Yeah, it's a good series. And like I said, like even these last 2 movies, like they're not great, but they're better than, for me, a lot of Pixar.
Hoppers.
Don't get me started on that movie.
well
Gato look
I
good.
haven't heard-
Gato looks good so far.
I am excited for that. I haven't heard a single person speak about Hoppers since the 1 week it was out, like at all. Gone.
Well, it's funny you bring up Pixar, Dan, because Stone, since you have departed from our podcast, we have been doing games for every episode.
Uh-oh.
And this week's game is Keep 3 Cut 5 Pixar movies.
Okay.
So you guys
So you're
ready to dive into
gonna give me random Pixar movies, and I have to decide 2 to cut and 3 to keep. Is that how
that?
this
You and
works?
Dan are going to discuss
Oh, okay.
whatever.
So
you guys will
really
decide
quickly,
keep or
can I
cut.
say one? Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, of course.
Hoppers Hoppers was a flopper. I didn't realize that. It did not.
It's not
It
that
definitely
bad.
did not make money. It made $389 million on a $150 million budget.
That's
It's
not
good.
terrible for an original
not
animated
good.
film. An original animated film.
It's
Hey,
not.
hey.
That's.
Look up what Elio's box office was.
I'm sure it was bad,
But yeah, we're going in the right direction.
but
though.
they just straight up left that movie to die.
Did you guys like
Yeah.
Elio?
Dan really
Yeah.
liked Elio. I thought it was fine.
Okay. I haven't seen Elio. So
Yeah, Elio's box office was brutally bad, like terrible.
interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe like
How did-
150 million, maybe worldwide.
What was
Yeah.
the like general reception of Turning Red?
A lot of people didn't like it. I really enjoy Turning Red, but
Turning Red's sick. It's a
it's
good
very
movie.
different. It feels very different than any Pixar movie.
That's been high on my watch list for a while.
It's very anime coded. There's a lot of anime influences in it. It's very bubbly and like poppy. It feels kind of like a precursor to K-pop Demon Hunters in like a interesting way. Very fun, lively, very bright, non-serious in a way. But
Hey, you get to watch.
Sort of serious.
Toward-
Like it
towards
does
the
deal
end,
with
yeah.
some,
Yeah.
but definitely lighthearted. Yeah.
Did you have anything else, Dan?
Keep
No,
five.
sorry, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Keep,
I thought we were
keep
wait,
3,
no.
cut 2.
Yeah. So total of 8 movies, Stone.
Keep 3, cut 5.
Keep 3, cut 5. Oh shoot.
Yes.
Okay. Damn.
All right. So keep 3, cut 5. Your first one up. The original Toy Story.
Cut.
Wow, that quickly. Not even
Well,
a
you're gonna give us
discussion?
you're gonna give us other things, and we just gave you our rankings, and ours the original Toy Story, which is it's tough because it is so iconic in film history, but it's literally third on our list in the Toy Story ranking. So I can only imagine that we're gonna have ones that we like better in front of it. But Dan, I don't know what your point, your counter argument to that is.
I think it's really good. Can we have separate decisions, or do we have to agree?
I like when you guys agree, but I'll let you guys be the decision of that one.
Oh, separate.
All right.
Go ahead, waste your spot.
I will
Yeah,
keep
you did-
Toy Story. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Watch him regret this. Can't wait.
All right. Next one
Watch
up.
it be
you
like
got-
Wally next, and Dan's gonna be screwed.
Next one up, you have the first Cars movie.
Cut
Cut.
that.
Whoa.
Garbage franchise. All
Whoa.
3 of those movies are in my bottom 5 of Pixar. They're all terrible.
You're in like my bottom 5 people in Philadelphia.
That's fine.
Do you have 4 other people in Philadelphia that you don't like?
No, I know one
No.
person in Philadelphia at the moment.
All right, next.
Wow. All right. Next up, Incredibles 2.
Cut.
Cut. I think it's all right, but I'll cut it.
All right. So, Stone, you've gotten 3 straight cuts. All right. After that, you have Inside Out 2.
Cut. Shoot, this is tough. I don't like these ones that you're giving me. I'm waiting for like a banger, but maybe I should have kept Toy Story. I'm gonna cut that one. Dang, this is tough. That's a
I
good
think
movie.
Inside
I like
Out
it better
2
than
is
the first
really
one.
good. Yeah, I think it's. I'll keep it.
Oh, I might have messed myself up.
No,
All right.
keep the faith.
Let me just make sure you have these already written down, right? You're not just looking at a random Pixar list. You already have.
No,
the
I
eight.
have it right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Dan, you got 1 keep left. Next up is Up.
But
Damn, that's tough. I kind of want to keep it just because I haven't kept anything yet. Fun fact: me and my wife have been really addicted to Pop Culture Jeopardy lately on Netflix, and Up was just the final question on the championship round, so that was cool.
Nice.
I've cut what 3 or 4.
You've cut 4. So, if you cut this, you have to keep the last 3.
I'll keep Up.
You're going to keep Up.
Yeah, that's just because I'm screwed right now. Go ahead.
So, you got 2 keeps left. And Dan, you have
Yeah.
1 keep left.
Dang, Dan did good.
So, after that, we have A Bug's Life.
Cut. Okay, Dan loves that movie.
Dan's keeping. All right,
Yeah.
Dan, you're cutting the final 2.
it's
he
fine.
loves the moment where all like the ants get murdered. It's like a war scene. Like their heads are just like everywhere. It's so funny.
Stone,
Oh, that's
did
like
you-
Great movie.
the ants. No, my bad. I'm thinking of Ants the movie.
Yeah, Ants has like Bugs Life is more.
My bad.
They
Yeah.
just kind of come together and say, "No, we're not doing this."
When's the last time you watched Ants?
Ants is a weird movie.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
Woody
There-
Allen's in that. Yeah, it's a Kevin Spacey or no, Kevin Spacey's in Bugs Life. But like Ants is, I remember it being strange, but I haven't watched it in a long time.
There's literally a moment where they're all marching to a battle, and they're like, "The ants go marching one by one, hurrah!" And they literally like all get murdered, and their head, like the main character picks up an old ant's head. He's like, "Hey, come here, man! Oh, I can't do it no more." It's just like he's holding his head.
Ants as a species have the most horrible violence of any life form on the planet. They have wars where like millions of them die. It's
That's
absolutely wild. Yeah.
All right, so Dan has to cut these, and I have to keep them.
Yep. So, Dan, your final 2 cuts, and Stone, your final 2 keeps is going to be Ratatouille.
Nice.
It's
W.
fine.
And that means, Dan, you're cutting Soul.
Yeah.
And Stone's
W.
keeping it.
That's good. That was good. It's a good list, though. I think his Bug Life's take is a hot take. People don't love that as much as he loves Bug's Life.
Well,
fair.
I also specifically put that one towards the end because we did this with Daniel Film Therapy for our Backrooms episode. And I didn't make it hard enough. I was hoping like it would come down to like the final two that they would have to make a decision between or like be disappointed that they had to cut one at the end. So I told Dan next time it was going to be harder.
I'm curious. I didn't watch your guys' episode. I'm sorry, but what did you keep and cut in Backrooms?
We did 2020's horror movies.
Oh, okay. I was like, the furniture in the back rooms, like chair, keep or cut. Pirate Clark, keep or cut.
So I got Bugs Life, Toy Story, and
Give me one moment to go back to that list.
Bugs Life, Toy Story, and Inside Out 2.
Inside Out 2.
That's what
Okay.
you got.
And I got Up, Soul, and Ratatouille. I'm telling you what, guys, I'm still pondering a Ratatouille video in my mind for like YouTube. I really want to do it. I was thinking about it all day today.
I got Remy chilling back here with me.
What's W?
What's stopping me? My air conditioning currently right now. And the funny thing too is I would love to like cook Ratatouille as I'm talking in the video. My two worries about that is one, I'm hoping like if I'm like cutting stuff in the video, it's not too loud. But then two, I also don't think I'm gonna like that shit at all. But it'd be fun for the video. I don't eat vegetables, and Ratatouille is like nothing but vegetables. So
You don't eat vegetables. It's
no, I'm not a vegetable.
Crazy
Man.
take.
No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My grandma's very familiar with that take. I used to hate going to my grandmother's house because she's like, "All right, Stone, time for your squash." I'm like, we're not going to grandma's, are we?
Does your grandma really sound like the lady from Monsters Inc?
Roz? No. That's what you're talking about, Roz?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roz is funny. All right, Wazowski. Yeah.
All right. Well, Stone, tell our audience where they can find you.
Hello, everybody. You can find me at Medical Movie Man, which I might be changing soon. So follow me now. Yeah, Stone's about to do a rebrand here in a little bit. So I might give the boys a little bit more details after that when we log off. But yeah, follow me at Medical Movie Man, where I talk about a lot of medical content. So my username totally applies to what I talk about. That was a lie, by the way. That was sarcasm. But yeah, I would appreciate that. Finally had a hit on YouTube, a video hit on YouTube after 2 years. Let's go. We're popping off over there. So jump on the bandwagon early because we're taking off. But yeah, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Facebook's fun, but I appreciate the follow. And let me know what you thought about Toy Story 5. Even though I didn't post about it, you can DM me. Go ahead.
All
Can I
right.
ask you guys one final Pixar question?
Sure.
There's nothing I would love more.
What is your bottom 5 of Pixar?
I don't know if I have a good Pixar list put together.
Oh, I do.
I know you do.
Yeah,
For
Dan's not
me,
gonna like mine.
The only stuff I think is bad is Finding Dory, Cars, Hoppers, Lightyear, Elemental, Cars 3, and Cars 2. Bad being 2 stars or less.
I'd say my bottom 3 right now, and I also haven't seen everything from Pixar, but my bottom 3 would probably be Elemental, Cars 3. I like Cars 2 more than most people, but it's still not good. I don't know. I don't really have a good answer for you.
That's fair.
Well, good.
Elemental is a really bad movie. Like
It
shockingly
has such
bad.
potential to be a good movie, though.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they
Fair
tried to do the romance thing. It was a foolish decision to do a romance thing. They should just do like a straight up romantic Pixar film. I think it should be okay and mature. Like everyone knows the guy likes a girl. They've never had that before, and it's weird that they try to shoehorn it in towards the last third of Elemental. I mean, they also did that in Toy Story 5. We didn't talk about that too much, but I would like a straight like romance or a rom-com. I think that would be interesting, but maybe that's just not appropriate for kids. Nah, I don't know.
There's a way to do it appropriate for kids.
Yeah. But yeah, starting, I guess the last film I list will be my like worst. So it's going from like 5 to number 1 worst. Dan's not gonna like this, but The Good Dinosaur, Brave,
What?
and then Brave, and then Cars 3,
That's
Lightyear,
crazy.
and Cars 2. Elemento is right outside that.
Brave that low is criminal.
I think it's a very uninteresting story.
Dan, any ideas for a better guest next week?
I think
No.
Connor just likes bears, Mr. Brother Bear over here. I'm
I
surprised
do
you
fuck with
allowed me to
bears.
be on the podcast after I was like, Brother Bear's an all right movie. It's like a solid movie. But
I like when Pixar movies like take a look at culture and like a culture that maybe people don't know much about. So I appreciate Brave for that. I think they do
Bro,
that well.
I got Coco at number 2, baby. I'm all about the culture.
See, I'm not as big on Coco as everyone else, but I like Encanto a lot more.
Insanity. I mean, I
You
tears
don't
every
like
single.
Coco?
I didn't say
You
I
like
don't like
Encanto
Coco. I
more?
said I don't like Coco as much as everyone else.
Coco's incredible. It literally is great. It's so good. It's such a good plot twist too. Like it is a great plot twist for a kid's story. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I watch guys react to stuff sometimes on YouTube, like people watch stuff, and this YouTuber that I watch all the time who predicts every single movie, he just got blindsided by the plot twist in Coco and was like, holy shit, I can't believe this kid's movie literally fooled me into thinking who the villain was, and this is who it actually was. It's great.
Also, just a
It's
story
a
about
well-written
like
story.
murder. Like
That's a good thing too. I like that in kids' movies. Literally, it is murder. Give me some of that.
it also it really Toy Story 5 might have one of the most romantic storylines like in Pixar. I mean, you said that and I was looking, they really don't do it much, I guess.
No. The
Besides
only thing
Elemental?
is mental. Yeah.
I think Luca's
Wall-E.
like a little Luca's like a little bit like queer coded, I think, with
I think they
that's a
shied
good
away from
movie.
it. I think it should have
Yeah.
been more.
Yeah.
Or originally it was going to be more.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But it's
Luca's in my top 10.
it's solid.
I-
And I'm excited for the Italian cat movie. I think that'll be good.
That's the same director, I think, right? I think it is the same director. Yep. Enrico
Casarosa?
Casarosa. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a handsome looking devil. Got nice hair. It's like almost as good as Dan's hair right now.
I'm sure it's much better.
Debatable.
This guy's a handsome guy. It's true.
Just had to confirm. Oh, speaking of handsome men, guys, I was telling you before we jumped on that I've been on Resident Evil. You know what I've been on because I posted about it a lot. Now I did stop posting about it because no one gave a shit about my take. I am Love Island pilled right now. Tell you what, they're about to bring 12 new men to the villa. It's about to get crazy.
All I know is there was a cop on there from Philly or from Pennsylvania
Yes,
for
and
like a
his-
second.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was literally the first person voted out. And it wasn't his fault. It really wasn't his
Yeah.
fault. And the
That's
girl
crazy.
who screwed him over and picked another guy, she was the next one to get voted out. So
Damn.
they literally could have saved each other. And because she didn't save him, he got voted out. But then she got voted out the next week.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's getting
Circle of
spicy
life.
in the villa. I'm telling you, man,
I'll
it's
ta-
good
I'll take
stuff.
your word for it.
I will say, if I was not on this podcast with you guys right now, I would be watching it. And my wife hates me because this is the reason why I didn't record you with you guys last night. Is because me and my wife watched Love Island because it's like something we do together and we really enjoy it. But I did miss it tonight.
Is it every day?
Dude, that is the crazy thing about the show. It's not only almost every day, it's like 5 days a week, I think, which is insane. But the stuff that you're
Man.
watching, is happening like 2 or 3 days ago. So it's very fresh. Like this is not recorded months and months ago. This is happening like right now. Like these people are currently still in Fiji in this island, just all making out right now.
It's an
Man.
insane turnaround time.
Yeah, that's the editor's got to be going crazy. That's like trying to put all the clips and stuff together. But it's good entertainment, good fun.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening in. Thank you, Stone, for coming back to us.
Of course.
But
Thank you
until
for having
next
me.
week, everyone. Peace.